Carly Porter,
And I'm Caelan Barber.
and we're a part of the Taffy chapter at Abilene High School.
The instructional objective for our interactive bulletin board is that at the conclusion of this activity, students will be able to correctly label the water cycle and establish their understanding of the water cycle process.
Our audience is a third grade science class and about groups of 4 depending on the class size.
These groups of students will fill out the water cycle and watch instructional videos over the water cycle process. The first step is for the students to find a school device and scan the QR code so they can watch the videos over the water cycle.
Next, the students will construct the water cycle using the information they learned from the videos. Lastly, the students will color in a color sheet assignment, and then the teacher can check their work.
The first thing the student needs to do is to find a school device. We'll be using one of our school's iPads. They will open up the device and search for the QR reader. They will click on the app and it will open up ready for them to scan the first QR code. They will bring the device up to the board to scan the QR code. It will bring them to a page with a green box that says Open Link. They'll press that box. This brings them to the website with the video ready to play. They can then adjust the device as needed, and whenever they're finished, they'll press Done in the top corner and then back to Scan. Then they're ready to scan their second QR code. Once again, they bring the device up to the board and then they'll press the green box that says Open Link. Once again, the website opens with the video ready to watch. Then when they're finished, they'll press Done in the top corner and back to Scan. And they're ready to scan the next 2 QR codes. We have 4 videos total so the students can fully comprehend the water cycle process.
Once the students have a good understanding of the water cycle, they can then come to the board and use the vocabulary words in the word bank to fill in the spaces of the water cycle. So collection goes here because this is where the water collects, which then leads to evaporation, which is where the sun heats up the water and turns it into the gas, which turns into clouds, which is condensation. And then precipitation is when the clouds are so full they turn into water droplets and they fall back into the earth, and then runoff is where they run back into the water, where the water is collected.
When a student has completed filling out the water cycle, the teacher can come through to check their work to make sure they have done it correctly and comprehend the water cycle process.
Once the teacher has approved the student's work, they can then place them back into the word bank.
Once all the students in the group have gone through and filled out the water cycle, they can move on to the assignment. The assignment will look something like this. It will have a blank water cycle on top for the students to fill out and color in. On the bottom, there will be 4 definitions where they will use the same vocabulary words in our word bank to write the appropriate word needed.
Once the student has completed the assignment, the teacher can then come around with the answer key and make sure that the student has done their work correctly.
And this is our interactive bulletin board over the water cycle.
Thank you for watching.